If you would, please rise. I'm going to ask Commissioner Griner to lead us in the invocation and the pledge.
Dear Lord, just thank you for this wonderful day you've given us today, Lord, and just help us to just give us your wisdom tonight and help us to make decisions you want us to make, Lord, for this county. And Lord, just bless Lowndes County and the city of Valdosta, Hayhire and Lake Park, Bremerton and Dasher, Lord. Just help us all to look to you for the answers that we need to make for decisions. And Lord, just bless our first responders and our military and for all the many things they do for us, Lord. And Lord, we just love you very much. Amen.
Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Mr. Griner. Commissioners, inside your packet, you'll find your minutes from the work session of February the 11th and your regular session minutes from February the 12th. If there are no additions, deletions, or corrections at this time, I'll entertain a motion to approve those minutes.
Motion to approve.
We have a motion to approve the minutes. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, I'll call the vote. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, like sign. Hearing none, the motion carries. Minutes are approved. Agenda item 5A is our first public hearing item. This is REZ 2019-04, Southeastern Freight Lines. It's located at 2120 West Hill Avenue. The property is currently commercial highway and R1, and the request is for M2. It has county water and sewer and involves 18.96 acres. Ms. Stevenson?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
As presented yesterday, this is a request to rezone two parcels, the first one being approximately 1 acre of split-zoned R1 and CH, the other approximately 17.96 acres zoned CH. The subject property is on U.S. Highway 84 West. The request is to rezone both parcels to M2 in order for the expansion of Southeastern Freight Lines. According to the ULDC, the threshold for a terminal for freight by rail or truck is a total cumulative building square foot over 30,000 square feet, which would require a change from CH zoning to M2 zoning. And considering the previous concerns of the comprehensive plan character area map and the potential uses permissible in M2 zoning, staff offers the following condition. The use of the property shall be limited to the principal use of a terminal for freight by truck and accessory uses incidental and subordinate to such a facility.
Okay. Any questions for Ms. Stevenson from the commissioners? Okay. This time we'll open up the public hearing. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak in opposition to this request? Anyone that would like to speak in opposition? Hearing none, is there anyone that would like to speak in favor of this request? Please come forward and state your name and address for the record, please.
My name's Gary Barini, 126 Eston Drive, Goose Creek, South Carolina. I'm a civil engineer, and I'm here to represent Southeastern Freight Line and answer any questions you may have.
Commissioners, any questions?
No question. No.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming. Anyone else who would like to speak in favor of this request? Hearing none, I'll close the public participation portion of the hearing, and Commissioners, I'll turn it back over to you for your consideration.
Motion to approve with the option 1 as stated by staff,
Motion to approve with the condition?
with the conditions stated by
Okay.
staff.
So we have a motion to approve the request with the conditions. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, I'll call the vote. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, like sign. Hearing none, the motion is approved. Agenda item 5B is the basic decorative lighting district for Creekside West, Phase 3C, Knights Landing, Phase 2, Cypress Lakes, Phase 5, And I believe you stated that Walker Run had been removed from the list.
That is correct, sir.
Okay. So Walker Run will be removed. Okay, Ms. Stevenson?
Thank you. This is a request to add the previously stated sections of subdivisions to the basic decorative lighting districts.
Okay. Any questions for Ms. Stevenson? Okay, we'll turn it over to move into the public hearing portion of the meeting. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak in opposition to this request? Anyone that would like to speak in opposition? Hearing none, is there anyone that would like to speak in favor of this request? Anyone that would like to speak in favor? Hearing none, we'll close the public participation portion of the meeting and turn it over to the commissioners for your consideration. Commissioners,
Mr. Chairman, I move we approve the request.
do we have a motion to approve the request? Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, I'll call the vote. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, like sign. Hearing none, the motion carries. Our next item is agenda item 5C, and this is the abandonment of Doyle Kelly Road. Mr. Fletcher?
Yes, sir. This is the public hearing for the abandonment of Doyle Kelly Road. At the last commission meeting, the Board of Commissioners determined that Doyle Kelly Road had ceased to be used by the public to the extent that no substantial purpose was served by it. So this is ready for a public hearing. It has been advertised in the newspaper. Certified letters have been sent out, and signs have been posted.
Okay. Commissioners, do you have any questions for Mr. Fletcher?
No, sir.
Okay, we'll move into the public hearing portion of the meeting. Is there anyone in the audience who would like to speak in opposition to this request? Anyone that would like to speak in opposition? Hearing none, is there anyone that would like to speak in favor of this request? Anyone that would like to speak in favor? Hearing none, then we'll close the public participation portion of the meeting and turn it back over to the commissioners for your consideration.
Mr. Chairman, motion to abandon Doyle Kelly Road.
Do we have a motion then to abandon Doyle Kelly Road? Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, I'll call the vote. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, like sign. Hearing none, the motion carries. Agenda item 6A is the Georgia DOT Transportation Investment Act of 2010, the project agreement for Clightstone Road and Simpson Lane Road paving. Mr. Fletcher.
Yes, sir. This is the agreement between Lowndes County and the Georgia Department of Transportation, which allows Lowndes County to do the preliminary engineering, right-of-way acquisition, and letting and construction of Clightstone Road and Simpson Road. This is the formal agreement.
Commissioners, do you have any questions for Mr. Fletcher? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we authorize you to sign the resolution.
Can we have a motion to authorize the chairman to sign the resolution? Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, like sign. Hearing none, the motion carries. Agenda item 6B is the Georgia DOT Transportation Investment Act of 2010 project agreement for the Hickory Grove Bridge replacement. Mr. Fletcher.
Yes, sir. This is the same as the agenda item just previous to this, except for this is for the Hickory Grove Road Bridge replacement at the Eccles County line. There's two bridges, and there will be no right-of-way acquisition as a part of this.
Okay. Any questions for Mr. Fletcher? Okay. Hearing none, commissioners, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to, go ahead.
approve and authorize the chairman to sign the resolution.
Okay, we have a motion to authorize the chairman to sign the resolution. We have a second.
Second.
We have a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, I'll call the vote. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, like sign. Hearing none, the motion carries. Agenda item 6C is the GMAS Rural Land Maintenance Contract. Mr. Robar?
Chairman, Commissioners, the Board of Assessors requests that the Board of Commissioners approve the contract for rural land maintenance for the 2019 digest.
Any questions for Mr. Robar?
Thank you.
Okay, thanks, sir.
Thank you.
Commissioners, I'll entertain a motion.
I move we approve the contract between the Board of Assessors and GMAS.
Do we have a motion to approve the contract between the Board of Assessors and GMAS? Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, I'll call the vote. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, like sign. Hearing none, the motion carries. Agenda item 6D is the purchase of real property located at 910 North Patterson Street. Mr. Pritchard.
Mr. Chairman and Commissioners, the purpose of this agenda item is to seek authorization and approval from the Commission for the purchase of the stated property and for the adoption and ratification of the Chairman's execution of this agreement.
Okay. Any questions for Mr. Pritchard? Commissioners, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to authorize and approve the county's purchase of the property and approve, adopt, and ratify the chairman's execution and delivery of the agreement.
Do we have a motion to authorize and approve the county's purchase of the property and approve, adopt, and ratify the chairman's execution and delivery of the agreement? Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, I'll call the vote. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, like sign. Hearing none, the motion carries. Agenda item 6E is the First Amendment to the row crop lease agreement. Mr. Stalvey.
Yes, sir. Lowndes County entered into a lease agreement with Swilly Farms back in 2013 to lease the row crop land around the LAS. Lowndes County has made a decision to remove 71 acres from the row crop lease. The leaser and the leasee have agreed to this amendment. Staff recommends the amendment to lease, the First Amendment to the lease to be approved and authorize the chairman to sign.
Okay. Any questions for Mr. Stalvey? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve the First Amendment to the row crop lease agreement and authorize the chairman to sign.
We have a motion to approve the First Amendment to the row crop lease agreement and authorize the chairman to sign. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, I'll call the vote. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, like sign. Hearing none, the motion carries. Agenda item 6F is the water and sewer services areas in Lake Park and vicinities. Mr. Dalvin.
Yes, sir. Lake Park initiated a review of the Lake Park and County Water and Sewer Service area in the Lake Park and vicinity. Attached is a proposed agreement approving the water and sewer service areas on the maps dated March 1st, 2019, attached to the agreement. These maps incorporate extraterritorial extensions by Lake Park and the county. Lake Park and county staff agreed on these changes to the maps. Staff recommends it be approved and authorize the chairman to assign the attached agreement.
Commissioners, any questions for Mr. Stalvin? Okay. Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve and authorize Chairman Slaughter to sign the attached agreement.
Okay, we have a motion to approve and authorize the chairman to sign the attached agreement. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, I'll call the vote. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, like sign. Hearing none, the motion carries. Agenda item 7A is a bid for the North Lowndes Spring Creek Utility Interconnection Project Phase 2. Mr. Dalvin.
Yes, sir. Lowndes County requested bids for the North Lowndes Spring Creek Utility Interconnection Project Phase 2. This project will consist of installing the remainder of 16-inch water main to connect the North Lowndes and the Spring Creek system, and also include relocation of a booster pump station to ensure adequate flow and pressure. Attached is a copy of the bid tabulation sheet, the notice of award, and associated contract.
Okay. Any questions for Mr. Stalvin?
Just one, Mr. Chairman, I just want clarification. So all contractors met all qualifications minus the yellow paper?
To the best of our knowledge, yes, sir.
Okay.
Any other questions? Okay. Hearing none, Commissioners, I'll entertain a motion.
I make a motion to approve the lowest bidder, which is Legacy Water Group, for $388,900 $1,982.25.
Okay. So your motion would also then include to waive the technicality issue?
Yes, we added that.
Okay.
We have a motion then to approve the low bidder from Legacy Water Group for $3,889,825.23.
Second.
And we have a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, I'll call the vote. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, like sign. Hearing none, the motion carries.
Agenda item 8, County Manager Report. Mr. Bridges.
No report tonight.
Any citizens wishing to be heard, Ms. Dukes? No citizens wishing to be heard. Commissioners, any comments, any discussion, or a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
So moved.